have you had time to even think about the wedding, or did you have to completely
Not
park
really,
that?
yeah. I mean, I was so focused on the Olympics that when we crossed the line, the girl I rode with, Heather, one of the first things she said to me is, "You're getting married now." And, you know, rather than this long countdown, it's going to be a sort of a 3-week countdown, which is nice. It's really exciting.
Well, you got the countdown underway. You've had your hen party.
Yeah.
So you got that little inconvenience of a race out of the way. And then...
The important stuff.
Yeah, when in Rio, have a hen party.
Lovely.
Yeah.
What did you do? Tell me about that.
It was amazing. So all the rowing girls, they know how to party after racing, and they put on a samba lesson for us. And then we went out to a samba club and did some dancing, and yeah, it was just fantastic. It was probably the perfect Rio hen party.
Oh, it's so exciting. Tell us where your headspace, for you and Heather, at the start of that race, you knew you had to win that one. How do you focus yourself? You know your family there, you know Steve's there watching. How can you put all that to one side and literally focus on that winning line?
It was really hard. We've been training since London. When we finished in London, I'm just seeing your shoes. I'm distracted by them.
You
Funny
noticed.
you should say that. Look,
Noticed.
yes. I don't know if you can see them outside in the light with the sunshine panel down here. But these are the Olympic shoes. You were all kitted out. You were all given these for the closing parade,
ceremony.
and the
very
manufacturers of these sent them to me as well to help me on my road to recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A long time before he's running, but we're getting there.
I feel lighter already.
Have you
Wearing
kept yours?
Yeah, oh yeah, I've kept mine, of course.
Actually, talking of that, you dressed up as a sprout in the closing ceremony. Why a Brussels sprout?
Did, because we watched the closing ceremony, and then afterwards we kind of invaded the central space, all the athletes, and I just saw someone in the closing ceremony costume. I thought, I have to wear your costume, so I just borrowed it from him and did a little dance.
Oh, you were just on a high. Absolutely.
Yeah, it really was.
Rightly
The
so.
pressure before racing was huge. You know, we had been unbeaten for 4 years since London. We hadn't lost a race, and we kind of. There was no point in winning every race if we don't win that last one. It was all about that final. And when you wake up in the morning of an Olympic final, you know that everything has been for that day. Yeah. And our race takes 7 minutes. And if in that 7 minutes we make one mistake, it means that, you know, we train 3 times a day every day. We go out in all weather conditions, and all of that training goes down to that 7 minutes. So
I honestly think they probably broke the mould when they made this guy, and I think to be a pairing, you two, I mean, you're taking on a man who, well, I'm sure tests you to the limits, because he tests himself to the limits. What was the attraction with Steve?
Sorry, I shouldn't think too hard about it. Wow, I ask. I mean, I think we're both actually really, really similar in that I love being outside. I love adventure, exploring, and animals. And although I can't do much of that because I've been training, it's something that I've always been obsessed with and loved. And I think that's something that we've really had in common. So when we do get downtime, we really want to go and do the same thing.
Are you slightly as mad as he is? That's what I'm
Yeah, I think so.
I think she could turn out to be madder, actually, given the chance.
Could you see yourselves working together on something?
I definitely think we could do big expeditions together. I mean, Helen's so tough and so determined that any of those big mountaineering expeditions or paddling expeditions, she would be like a duck to water. I think
I'd love
it'd be
to try.
great.
I'd love to try. I think it would just be a chance of a lifetime.
What about the expectation on yourself and how you test yourself with the things that you do from one end of the earth to the other? Now, teaming up with Helen, getting married, will you have less expectation on yourself? Will you worry more that it's not just you this time, it's both of you?
I think that from here on in, we're definitely going to be a partnership, and we're going to be thinking about, you know, the way that we make things work together. You know, I'm not going to be away 10 months of the year now, or away doing my my expeditions, maybe 6 months of the year, and thinking about ways that we can do expeditions together as well. I think that would be really, really good.
I definitely want Steve to go away and do his thing as well, because I think that's, you know...
Starting a sentence, I definitely want Steve to go away.
Yeah, the more he's away. See it as a bit of a break. No.
What about you now? What happens with you now with the sport?
I'm not sure. So I think I'm going to take an extended break. So I'm going to take a few months off now, definitely, and then decide whether I want to carry on to Tokyo for another 4 years. It's a really big commitment. So I'm going to have to... right now, I would say yes. I would say I want to step back in that boat, but that's because it's the fun bit. Yeah. It's not winter, it's not raining, and we're not doing all this hard miles where you feel awful day in, day out. So it would be really easy to make a rash decision. So I want to step away and see how I feel when I've had a bit of normality.
Helen, just to finish, you've got 2 medals round your neck, right? just hold them up and show us one is a London medal,
Yeah.
one is a Rio medal. And what way do they differ?
I think this one's 1 gram heavier. They had to go bigger every single Olympics, I think.
Yes.
So this was a bit bigger. But in terms of the pride is equal, I think a London Home Olympics couldn't be any more special. I was so fortunate to have that in my lifetime, and it was a whirlwind. I only started rowing 4 years before London, so it just happened, and it was incredible. This one came with almost a lot more depth to it. There was a lot of hard work, a lot of pressure, a lot of almost more sort of dark days and darkness to it, because we had to win this one. This one was fantastic to win, but in Rio, there was no other option. We had to win that for ourselves.
For more of the same, just click here, and don't forget you can subscribe for even more of these amazing videos exclusive to our channel. What goes through your mind when you're waiting to do a dive? The two of you standing there, what do you talk about before? What's in your head? How do you focus?
We both have our individual routines, so we're both listening to music and like just warming up and stuff. And then we go to our coaches and they give us like a few comments about the dive or whatever we're about to do. And then we basically just go up there and do it. I literally just think about one word. That's how I always done it.